Hi guys, welcome back on this Sunday. I have found a potential Bitcoin move here that will happen in the next couple of hours and will lead to a potential fake out that we need to pay attention to, because this will give you insane opportunities to buy altcoins 3-5% lower than where they are right now, and of course so much more content that I have here again prepared for you today. So make sure that you're sticking around here until the end and don't miss anything of that. And you know the drill, guys. Let's go. I think a lot of people here on the Sunday, they are actually not awake because there are not a lot of people on the stream yet, but this is fine, this is fine. So later I do another stream, potentially, not sure yet, because I still have problems with my eye, but maybe. So we jump directly here into the CME chart. Here, nothing has really changed. If we open CME at the current levels, we will just have no CME gap. But I believe that just right after, we're going to get a move here in Bitcoin. And I'm going to show you in a moment where this move most likely going to lead to. At the same time, we will close this weekly candle. I don't believe that we are going to get here a bearish reversal and a bearish top candle formation, and that would be here that evening star pattern, and that evening star pattern would be completed here on this weekly chart if we put in next week a candle coming down like this here. At some point it's going to happen, but I don't see that happening just yet. I don't believe that it's happening here next week, in the coming week. On the Bollinger Bands, also not really much to mention here. We are chopping sideways, absolutely fine. Here, the only thing that we need to pay attention to is that we stay above the middle band of the Bollinger Band at $114,000 approximately. Remember, this is also a moving target. And anytime that price will come down here to test the middle band again, this is your next big swing position on Bitcoin. And because we will most likely not go much lower than that, and I will just take the mid band as a gauge where I want to enter for that move once we're coming down here. So in the meantime, there is the potential over the next coming hours that we go up first and retest one more time here over $120,000. Going to show you in a moment where this is coming from. Here, the bullish pennant on the elite wave count is still intact. Here we are running out of time soon, so here by tomorrow, after tomorrow, we should get a breakout attempt. The breakout attempt would again get us here above $120,000. If that's confirmed with a candle close, then we get continuation and will move past a new all-time high here fairly quickly. And the trade setup can now be a little bit adjusted with a lower entry. So here, so you make a little bit more money into the golden ratio here. A little bit, yeah, basically the target is lining up with the golden ratio from the bull pennant and will yield now 10.6% roughly with a 2.27% stop loss. The golden ratio on the daily chart is still holding as support, even if we start consolidating within the golden ratio. That is still technically bullish as long as we are holding overall the golden pocket, because we should get from there the momentum to push it back to the upside. So, but if we would now move to the bottom of the golden pocket, we would come down to $116,700. It will be pretty brief, in my opinion, once we are moving down there and come straight back out to the upside. Here, I can already give you a glimpse why I believe that even if we would get a fake out here in the next coming hours, we will really quickly return here back to the upside. So look at this here. Wait, this, can I then still? No, I cannot. This is annoying. Okay. So here at the colorization of the MDX ALGO scalp gradients, first of all, we are printing now lighter blue candles, which also is nothing short of a consolidation phase. As you can see here, we're consolidating over the weekend between $116,800 to $118,500, $1,700 range. Pretty small. It's like 1% range that we're trading in. So here, if we're not able to break in the next 8 hours above $118,300, I expect one quick move to the downside, close to the low that we put in here, but we will put in a higher low, so somewhere closer to $116,400, $500, something like that, and create a deviation. but then we will come back up and complete the W pattern. So in that deviation, that is also another moment where I want to open a trade. I will not wait for the break of the neckline here at the weekly open, and even higher than that. So I'm going to take the trade from down here, because once we go up, we will not stop anymore until we are close or past the prior all-time high. So and that would mean that on this specific trade here, if I pull this a little bit lower, let's say I would enter at 116, 600, 700, something like that. Yeah, I would roughly look at 7% here on that specific trade setup. On the react indicator, I see also here just sideways chop with potential continuation. Look here in the past when we were chopping sideways, price also just chopped sideways in the same area. So this is what I see here right now happening the same. When you go here and here, what is price doing? Chopping sideways. So, but this can change really quickly when we get a decisive move here in the coming hours. The decisive move would also coincide with a retest of the 50 moving average here, slightly below that with a wick, the same what we did here on Friday. But like I said, that would just confirm, there would be double confirmation of support here along the 50 moving average, and then push here back into higher levels. So why do I believe that we would most likely get here one more retest of the lower range here, support range, around $116,400, because on the 1 hourly chart, the stochastic is already pointing down here. The RSI is pointing down, the MACD is turning around. So we are slowly and then with acceleration going here to the downside. Acceleration means quick move down, straight back up. Something like this here, like this candle. This is what I'm looking for today. So in that accelerated move to the downside, that is where you want to catch that for a bounce trade into higher levels. Now, if you want to trade these trades with me together, guys, trade on BloFin, you get up to $5,000 in sign-up and deposit bonuses, and it's non-KYC, really important. And if you want to be part of the $500 to $10,000 challenge, where we currently are at $1,500, then deposit $500 on a BloFin account and write me or my team on Telegram or on Twitter with your BloFin UID number, and then we're going to add you to the trading channel. Also, what I don't want to forget here, later, if I do later a stream, otherwise tomorrow, I'm going to draw again somebody that will, or basically 5 people that will win $500 if you deposit at least $100 and sign up with the link from BloFin here in the pinned live chat or in the description, or after the stream in the pinned comment. There you find all the links to do that. Deposit $100 and you are automatically in the giveaway. I keep a spreadsheet where I have everybody on with their UIDs, and then I will pull a UID and or multiple UIDs in that case, and they're gonna win then that money. So here in the liquidation levels, here you see the massive confluence right now. Why there is a bigger move warranted right for Bitcoin, either to the upside or to the downside. So, but here, because everybody would expect right now with all these late short positions, over leveraged late short positions, that we would go up first. So, but we are here trading below the 50 moving average, which opens us up to the risk that we are getting here one sweep, and after that sweep, when we took that liquidity, we start moving to the upside. So, and look here, that is still a beautiful W pattern if we would follow that trajectory. Hence why I believe that this is right now the most likely outcome. At the same time, I don't believe that altcoins will suffer that much in that move, because you should not forget, the last couple of days when Bitcoin even moved down here from that all-time high, we did not see massive losses in altcoins just yet. Rather a rotation from Bitcoin into altcoins when that happened. So I think that will keep happening until something breaks, you know, so in the market. But this is not now, and therefore I expect here in the next 48 hours a retest of the all-time high and taking all that short liquidity that has built up here over the last couple of days. On the liquidation heat map, you see the same thing. We have liquidity concentrating here currently below us at $115,000 to $116,000, and then here the highest concentrated liquidity above us is at $121,600. Again, because we have now high concentrated liquidity below us, that makes it more appealing to move it one more time down before sending it up and short squeezing here into basically $122,000. On the Bitcoin dominance, we got yesterday a close below that 61.9 level, really important. I still expect here over the coming days one retest of that level, a bearish retest, and then continuation to the downside. You see also the dominance is moving down a little bit, but not crazy. You know, it's not like a crazy continuation move here. And I want to see here in the next 5 days-ish, I want to see one green candle, and I hope it will be not a really big one to the upside, just a little bit up, you know. And best case scenario, that will happen when Bitcoin is getting close to its prior all-time high and wants to break into a new one. Total free market cap still consolidating below the $0.4 trillion resistance. So here we are also definitely waiting for a break that will most likely be happening here over the course of the next week, where we go past that and we'll start attacking the all-time highs of the total free market cap here. So see what I mentioned the other day, I said this doji candle looks to me like that we're going to get continuation to the upside. This is exactly what we got here today. Again, a continuation candle. It's just that we are getting stopped here from that resistance. But once we are in that resistance, it will going to break really fast. Also here, my altcoin trades on Bybit still doing well here. My Aptos trade almost back at $4,000. My Aave trade still up 62%, also going up again. If you want to trade with me on Bybit, guys, and get a Bybit card, tomorrow I finally get my new Bybit card. Then use the link in the description below there, and also in the pinned comment below after the stream in the comments. You get a Bybit card if you are eligible within your country for one, and on the Bybit card you get 20% cash back, which is insane. You know, that's one of the few cards that has right now 20% cash back. Yeah, and otherwise just trade on Bybit, guys. You know, it's an amazing exchange. You get up to $30,000 in deposit and sign-up bonuses, and it's still one of my favorite exchanges where I do all my trading on. Now, Ethereum gets closer to the outlined trajectory that I had given here. We are still pushing here higher. Even today, we moved up here 3%. No, 2%, sorry, 2% only today. If I take the top side in consideration, 2.5%. Ethereum seems not to want to stop here to move. You know, we get here some wicks, but overall it keeps going higher. But now we have approached already the resistance of $3,700 that I had shown here on the wake of reaccumulation pattern the other day, all the way up here, there, $3,745. And again, I believe that in between that level and here, that red resistance area, there we're gonna stop. You know, there we're gonna pull back for Ethereum. Then you're gonna see that in many altcoins reflecting, and that will give you ample opportunity to add to your positions or open new positions after that pullback from Ethereum. You know, because when the pullback comes, it will hurt a lot of altcoins. Now, Solana is consolidating here in the resistance or now potentially support area of $177 to $180. Once we are finally breaking this and we are close, look here, the stochastic is already heavily overextended on the sell side. The MACD is not printing really red heavy candles right now, like super long ones. And the RSI is just going sideways, even though we point down, we're overall going sideways here. So that all leads for me to that to think that here is a breakout really close for Solana, because we did not have here a proper run in Solana yet, you know. So okay, you can say here 1, 2, 3, 4, this move here from 161 to 174, that was kinda a nice move for Solana, but not crazy, you know. So that was not crazy. So if you go here, this is not even a 10% move, you know. So Solana can also do 10-20% moves in one single day, like over here. You know, so that's what I'm looking for just in Solana, which has not happened yet. But it will come, guys. It will come, and it could be happening when you break above $183 and push straight here close to $200. So that would be a 12% move. Even if we wick down from that, you know, that's fine. So, but I'm looking for that 12-15% move in Solana here in the coming days. Now, on the bump and run pattern for Solana, here I would be, if you're not yet in a trade, let's say from the neckline of this inverse head and shoulders pattern, I would still be waiting here for a reclaim of $180 and enter from there. So as soon as you see here a break with 1 hourly and 4 hourly close afterwards, that is the moment where you want to enter this and trade this all the way up here to $260-70 or even into a new all-time high of $323. Or, no, sorry, that was the prior all-time high. So then into a new all-time high. One of the coins that I'm currently looking at is, again, Injective. Remember what I said yesterday? I said if we break it that line, you should get into a position, you know, because we are then retesting here the downward sloping trend line. And when that trend line is broken, we're going to fly. So I will now, let me actually do this now. I want to do this now. I'm going to open now here and eject, but I'm going to have a look first. I want to make sure. So, but I might open here live now an Injective trade. Wow, XTZ is also not stopping. This is crazy. We're going to talk about XTZ at Tezos in a moment. But now, where's here Injective on my list? Injective. Ah, wrong list. It's like, how is it not possible that I see this where it is? So here, Injective. Daily is fine. Okay, I might, yeah, no. I will wait. Stochastic across the board is not what I like to see here, so I'm gonna wait a little bit. Maybe an hour 15 to let the stochastic RSI cool down on the 15 minutes chart. And then when we're at the bottom, then I enter this. Or if we break prematurely this downward sloping trend line, that's the other moment where I want to enter this. But right now in that pump, I don't want to enter this. So let's talk about XDZ. So I just need to look, because XDZ, I warned you guys, you know, I warned you about coins like this. Look at this. I hope some of you guys were able to catch that, because remember what I said, you know, I said when we break here, the W neckline, expect that coins will start moving really fast to the upside. And if you are not in that, you're going to miss it. So here, from all the way down here, 74 cents to $1.21 is a crazy move. You know, look at this. This was a 63% move in 2 days. This is what I'm talking about, you know. So you're going to see this now across the board, sporadically happening with basically every single coin. You know, we saw it a little bit in Uni already. Here, I still expect continuation. I actually need, no, wait, I have another chart for Uni. I think it's here, this one. Yeah. So here, the target of $12.42 is still there, you know. So, and once we're breaking $10.64, that is where I would enter this, because then we get the next big push candle to the upside, past $11 somewhere, really quickly. Really quickly. So then let me have a look here at Cardano. Here we are also right now above the downward sloping trend line and have broken the W line, you know, so the neckline of the W pattern. Also here, we are really close for a big move in Cardano. Also here, I might take a position here. Let me see. Cardano, yeah, so Cardano, definitely. Cardano looks good. So I'm going to take there now a position, market, and then I want here a little bit more leverage. Oh no, wait. Yeah. Yeah. So here, I believe a really big move is coming here in the next coming hours. Even if it takes a couple of days, you know, so I don't really care as long as that move is coming. Ah, here's that chart. So just the fact that we broke above that, retested that, and have now an indecision candle leads me to believe that tomorrow could be already the day where you see a move like that. So, and that could be that move alone from current levels is here in almost a 9% move, you know, so I don't really need to worry anymore and about a stop loss or something like that. Once we are up here, you know, so because then we push higher, most likely this is going to stop maybe here close to $1, stall there a little bit like Sushi did and XZ did yesterday, and then the following day it breaks through that and goes into like $1.08, you know, and then I'm at 30%. Again, then I just raise my stop losses and let this ride, you know, so that's now potentially a swing position for me. Until we reach here something close to $1.20. You know, I'm not interested to close that before we are close to like $1.20. So let me know in the chat really quick, guys. I have a couple of minutes left before I want to go. 2 free coins that you want me to look at before I'm leaving. Today we're going to keep it a little bit shorter. Actually, let me have a look at Optimism. Optimism also really good to enter right now. If we close that 4-hourly candle above here, current price levels where we are, then you can also trade the continuation. LRC. I just did Cardano, so I will not do this again. So if you missed it, go back 2-3 minutes. There I was talking about Cardano. Where is LRC? Is LRC doing good here right now? I like that my ton position is coming up. Where is LRC? I know that I have an LRC chart. Let's see, LRC. Yeah, so LRC above, yeah, slightly above the 0.5 level on the Fibonacci extensions. Also here, close this as it is today, and we're going to move here to 11 cents 0.5 really quickly. I don't think that the golden ratio will give us here strong resistance. I think it will start moving quickly here all the way up to 11.5 cents. And when it breaks that level, then we'll keep flying to the next golden pocket here at 16 cents 0.5. Okay, I will do Sushi and XLM. No, this is Sui. Where's my... Where do I have this? Okay, I need to rest my eyes. Again, tired. It's crazy. Whoa, only this? Am I here on the wrong chart? What's going on? Maybe, I'm not sure. So, okay, so here, if we finally can close a candle body above that neckline here of roughly $1, then you will also get expansion into the next level, next resistance level at $1.30 almost, $1.28.7. That's where the next major level is. Yeah, $1.28. Let it be $1.28 where I would expect that we are pulling back from a little bit. So that would be my next target, roughly a 30% move here to the upside. My stop loss would be then below the current low of today's candle. There I would put my stop loss if we close above here $1 today. I'm gonna do XLM. Ton is fine. I just mentioned that earlier. I'm not worried about ton. So that it's actually coming back up now. Where is XLM? I think I have here XLM on that list. Yeah. But again, no chart on this one. So it might be on this one. Yeah, so here it is. This ascending triangle might be just extended. So, but at the same time, I see here also rather a W pattern forming simultaneously with that ascending triangle. So look here at this. Might be just a W pattern. Could still turn out to be here an ascending triangle at the same time, but not a bull pattern anymore. So if you want to trade this, oh wow, what was here? 1 second. Okay. So here, technical target for XLM. If it breaks at 50 cents, it goes up to 58.5 cents. That's where I see it going. So personally, I would start taking a risk here and open a trade along that upward sloping support, but also have a tight stop loss. You know, so my stop loss would be like 45 cents. That is a 2% move to the downside. You know, so and already try to trade this from there here into the upper resistance, which is already almost a 10% move, and then into the target even higher. You know, so 27.5%. And like I said, tight stop loss. 45, yeah, here, 2.07%. But look at this, you know, so it's definitely worth to try to take that. But again, if you want to play it super safe, you take the trade from here, from the actual textbook entry, and trade this like this. So, and you're still looking at 16.31%. against 3.41% of a stop loss. Guys, I'm going now, but I will be back tonight with, potentially tonight, depending on how my eye is doing, with more altcoin trades. Thank you so much for tuning in again. Don't forget, smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you with bigger portfolios tonight, hopefully.